Good morning, everybody. It's a early Friday morning. Hey guys, I just thought I would post a video on this since everybody likes learning about this stuff, and I get a lot of requests by emails about things to look for and different repairs that I do and things like that. Well, anyways, as I've been speaking about a machine I've been working on, this is a Sony Av-5000 5000A. Alright guys, this is the biggest pain in the ass machine ever. I mean literally ever. I'm doing some improvements on it, and so basically I pulled the schematic and my meter and trying to lock the noise factor out of this unit, because this unit produces an awful lot of noise, and it is a very big design problem. But I think I've got it nailed down to where I could get the video even cleaner than it is. So I wanted to share this with people, you electronic enthusiasts out there who might understand what I'm talking about. Okay, on the front of a circuit board, you have what they call potentiometer trimmers. These are little resistor trimmers that you set the various stages of the board. And that's what keeps your signal, and you can make your adjustments to get the board to work properly. It's in different positions on the board, especially this older stuff. Biggest problem is Sony had a really big quality control problem on their trimmers. These things are real pieces of crap. Extremely out of value. Some don't even reach the value they're supposed to be. Some don't work at all. Some are just very, very noisy. I mean, it's just very, very poor quality. And you could tell by the carbon that's on these little disc trimmers, the values are way off the scale. So this is going to be one of the biggest problems for the noise in the video and playback issues, is because of these trimmers. Alright, these are no longer available. I can't even find these. Been searching all over the country for these, and they are impossible to find. But anyways, to improve on this machine a step further, I'm going to replace the main trimmers in the playback area and try to drop out that noise to make the color lock even tighter, so it looks a lot better and makes it a lot better before I can get it to a file. Because then it's less noise that I have to remove from the video. But these trimmers are very, very poor quality, and they have to be replaced. And it's what's causing these machines to fail, is because these Sony trimmers are complete crap. So what do? Okay, well, here's the schematic for the machine. Okay, and as you can tell, this is the schematic, and there is trimmers available, but these things are extremely small. These are the only ones I've been able to find that's close to the type that's used on these Sonys, and these won't work. They're just way too small. And so anyways, I did locate a place that's gonna provide a trimmer that might possibly be the correct sizes. And if you look at these boards, you'll notice it's quite a large size trimmer, but it's bent sideways as it's mounted. And that's another problem, because even these small trimmers don't give you enough leeway or long enough arms on them to bend over to even fit like that. Yeah, so that's another big type of problem. So I'm trying to replace it with ones that are very similar. I don't want to have to do any of these offshoot trimmers and weird soldering and all that kind of crap, because it just fucks up your machine. I want to get as close to the original as I can. So I did find some trimmers that are very similar, but they're in the up and down version, which will work as well, as long as they're in the same pin configuration and same value. Again, another very big problem about this machine is it's got some very, very weird values on the modulation board. A 10K. These 2Ks are almost impossible to get that old style. I mean, extremely hard to find. And that's the ones that I actually need, is these four to control that issue. And then you got your pilot tone trimmer, which is over here, which is a 10, which I can, that value is not that hard to find. So we did find a company that produces trimmers very similar to these Sony ones, which will work in the values that I need. So I got those on order, and that's gonna really make an improvement on these machines, because these machines are real pieces of shit. I mean, I can get them to play really good, but it's just the noise factor. And when you start capturing that to high ProRes files, the noise level is through the roof, and the software can only remove so much noise. So I want to get the machine to play back as noise free as possible. So we are getting some trimmers on order for these, and we're going to change them out on all three of my machines, just the ones that are needed. You don't have to do them all. You just have to do the ones that's part of the playback and video input levels, which is the center of this modulation board. So anyways, guys, you have to, if you're going to get into this type of work, you really need to know how to work on electronics. Schematics are very important. I did redesign this machine, basically with the mistakes that they made, because the schematic shows you all the mistakes they actually made, and there was quite a few of them. Anyways, the Sony Av-5000, the mistakes are just unbelievable. So I hope you enjoy this video.